So, okay, you mentioned it. Tommy Dreamer, February 2003, he joined the writing staff on the Raw brand and continued to be an in-ring performer. I'm going to jump ahead here a little bit, though. Uh, Talked about One Night Stand, obviously, before. How big was Dreamer's involvement with that project? Were you and Heyman the primary proponents, or did Dreamer have his hands on that whole project too, of it kind of developing and growing?
I really don't know. That's a great question. I have the impression that he helped more than I ever knew. I wasn't communicating with him a lot.
Hmm.
I would talk to Vince, and even more so, I would talk to Paul, and then Paul would talk to Vince. And maybe that's when Dreamer was in on those meetings, and maybe that gave two votes for some of the ideas. I'm really not sure, but I know that I pitched it, and I went around and asked all the boys, if they would participate, if I could get Vince to do this, because he was really, really warm on it. And I went around and asked everybody, wrote down a big list, pen and paper of everyone I could think of. That's right, Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, everyone I could think of that had been through there. And then but at a certain point, I almost feel like I almost had to like hand it over, because once it was a go and they accepted it, and we were doing this, then it was all of their regular suit and ties meeting and talking about everything. So mostly I would get any info from those meetings, from talking to Paul.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. He was more of a guy that was kind of helping out, like Paul, with getting stuff across and stuff, like you said.